All right, welcome to week 4. Cue the soundboard.
Cue the soundboard, premium soundboard that we got just for the series. Welcome to release number 4. We're excited to welcome you back. Oh, wait. Is this release number 4?
It's release number 4.
Okay, I thought I effed that up for a minute because
No.
the way you lifted your left eyebrow was very confusing.
I can't do that with the right.
Yeah, nobody cares. So release number 4.
Yeah.
We're back and super excited. We have some new segments for you folks today
New
that
segments.
we hope you're going to enjoy. We're going to also answer some questions from the post from last week.
Ooh.
We got a lot of questions from you guys.
Yeah.
It's a little overwhelming. Like, please slow down. with
T-Mobile,
the
the
questions.
bandwidth, it was a lot.
Yeah, I got a call from the CEO of T-Mobile who was like, "Hey, stop getting so much stuff
So much data, huh?
on your phone."
Yeah.
Italian. He was Italian and
Tony Mobile.
that's what it's called. T-Mobile.
It is.
T-Mogul.
Yeah.
Oh, T-Mogul
Oh.
when he's sick.
Cheers to
Dude,
that.
Cheers.
Ugh.
Oh man.
No, yeah, thanks for listening again. Release 4, accompanied by our World Vibes playlist,
That's right.
which has 0 artists from America, which I'm pretty stoked on.
It's only music by Borat Takes Over Italy.
Right.
You know.
We didn't want to reveal that in, too much.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we-
we were able to actually. Sacha Baron Cohen did a collab with us, which we were super stoked. It actually only cost $3 million, believe it or not.
Yeah, we laundered a lot of money to
Yeah,
get that.
Most of it was Bitcoin, so it's not real.
No.
Yeah, but I think you're feeling a little sore today.
Yeah, it was. That's why I needed this here margarita.
Oh.
Courtesy of our friends of the show, Barkeeper in Silver Lake, another
right.
hidden gem in LA.
Right. Barkeeper's right up the street from us. It's really convenient it's convenient and dangerous.
Yeah.
If I was an alcoholic.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Lots of tequila, agave. Highly recommend going there. Glassware. I've gotten great glassware there.
Glassware. I would have not imagined getting glassware at Barkeeper, actually.
Yeah.
I think you got me those 2 glasses, though, right?
I did.
Those crystal glasses, the one I broke.
Yeah, for this show, I believe.
Yeah. No, it wasn't for the show.
Didn't you break it the night we were gonna record one of these?
Oh, that's right. Yes. I thought you meant. I was like. that
Oh,
was
not as like a gift. No.
Yeah, I
I
was
think it was a
like-
birthday gift.
It was a birthday.
Last
gift.
year. Last year's
Yeah.
birthday gift.
No, it was 20. Was it 20? Oh, it was 2019.
Yeah.
It was 2019. Yeah, that was right. That's right. That's why I broke one of those glasses. I was like, screw Josh.
Yeah, I hate him.
And he was like, what is that? And I was like, just your spirit. But
Our
man.
friendship.
But I'm sorry that you're sore.
I am sore. Stratton has been, guys, I just want to be honest. Like, I support him. He's like my best friend.
Barely.
Yeah, he was. I don't know if you guys know this, and I don't want to give him a bigger head than he already has. But
I'm so humble.
yeah, you're really humble at being humble.
Yeah.
Stratton was like a champion, like I think like the 7th grade, like 14th place track team.
Uh-huh.
If I'm getting that right.
Yep.
So he really likes to run. He has like this whole complex about it. He's like, I'm a runner. I'm really good. I'm pursuing my goals.
Yeah.
And recently he's been getting back into it. He has this like pipe dream of like getting in shape and buff.
Are you
and all
laughing
that stuff.
nervously over there?
No.
It's okay. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's his first time telling a story.
Yeah.
As you can tell, he's trying to figure out how to do it in the moment. Go ahead.
No, I just don't want to like rep you too much.
Oh, I see.
I'm trying to just keep you human.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, in
Not
8th grade,
reptilian.
Stratton got a participation medal for running, and he's been really like, dude, let's go run. So I'm like, okay, I'll support you.
Right.
So we go to Griffith Park, which not an LA hidden gem, just a
It's
very
a very obvious gem.
obvious gem.
It's actually in the mountains. You can see it.
like the one thing you can see from anywhere.
Right. If you go to LA and you're like, "Where's Griffith?" No one's gonna be like, "Griffith, what?"
Right.
Like everyone's gonna be like, "Oh,
Who's
yeah."
Griffith?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Who's Griffith? Is that the guy that paid my lift?
But yeah, so we've been going to Griffith, and
Yeah.
I'm not a runner. I
Obviously.
will admit, Stratton is much better than me. We start together going up the hill, and then about halfway up, he starts cruising past me, and then we meet at the top, and then we start running down the other side, and I started just getting these like really bad cramps under my ribs.
That's right.
And once again, as I wasn't a child athlete, in case you haven't guessed.
Right.
And so I was like, we got back to our place, and we're like, was like, Stratton, can you, like, why do I get cramps, dude? I don't get it. Like, because I played soccer when I was a kid, and I would get cramps a lot. So I'm like,
He's the only player on his team.
Right.
This is his backyard.
Yeah. My imaginary friends. You get it.
Yeah.
No, so I was just asking genuinely because I was like, what are cramps? Like, I don't get them when I surf or skate. So, like, what happens? And what did you tell me?
That's right. I said, well, joking aside, yeah, you have absolutely terrible form.
He said it just like that.
Yeah.
There wasn't like a, hey, man, like, let me, let's just talk about running. Like, it seems like you're interested. You want to know.
Right.
He was just like, you fucking suck at running.
You kind of do, though.
Yeah, okay.
You look like an amphibian creature figured out how to walk on land and is trying to look human. Like you look like as if we try to bring back Frankenstein as like a reboot in this current generation in terms of movie series.
Right.
And the plot twist is that we decided to put a dolphin as Frankenstein's character, and he walks down the Griffith. No, you just do have terrible form. I mean, like
right.
Josh runs downhill. You can tell that he has terrible form because one of the things that he does is kind of classic is he lurches his shoulders up. So
right.
his neck disappears, which is already, there's not much of it. So all 1 inch of it disappears. He lifts his wrist up like a reptile,
right.
like as if he's trying to like imitate like a T-Rex. And when he runs downhill, he sways left to right, and he leans so far forward because the only reason why he's standing up is his knees are lurching forward to try to prevent him from falling face forward. So what he looks like is a human centipede that's constantly bent over, and these legs are moving like little toothpicks below him.
Right.
So when he looks at me, he's like, oh, it's so weird. I don't know why I got these cramps. I'm like, I know why. Because you look like, this is like a geometry class. You look like a right angle.
You don't get cramps?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Not at all?
No, I haven't gotten a cramp related to like posture or breathing or form.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I actually have not got a cramp from running. I usually get cramps. I don't get cramps actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Usually I don't.
Well, now I know you got to stand up straight and you got to run like
Right.
you mean it.
Josh is like, no, I know. I guess I can't look like a lizard from Hesperia.
I mean, you always were
He
like,
sees the dirt and it's like his natural habitat. He's like, ooh, slither. He gets out there. He's like, you guys having a good time? Where's the grasshoppers? I'm kind of hungry.
They eat crickets, dude. It's different.
Yeah, is there really a difference? Is there a difference between crickets and grasshoppers?
There has to be. Grasshoppers
Whoa.
are like mega crickets.
I think that's literally it, though, right? Because they hop grass and crickets. Cricket? You know? Kick. That's how a cricket
That's
sounds.
a really good question. Maybe our listeners know. If you guys know, DM
Yeah,
us.
let us know
What's the
immediately.
difference between a cricket and a grasshopper?
And please be kind about the DMs. Don't overwhelm our inbox.
Yeah,
it's
like-
hard to sort through 1.5.
It's hard to keep up. We have
DMs.
jobs.
Right, yeah, exactly.
We have jobs outside of this.
Please keep the comments low too, guys. Like the fact that we have one comment is overwhelming, especially for Josh. Josh actually called me crying the other night.
Yeah.
He's like, "You see the comment?" And I was like, "There's one." He's like, "I know, one too many." And I was like, got it.
I didn't know what to do.
Right, we didn't. Well, in terms of segments, we're actually excited because I do have a new segment.
You do.
I do. It's called Identify the Truth and the Lie.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to present two things to Josh, and he has to identify if one is true, or which one is true, and which one's a lie, I should say.
Okay.
That sound good, Josh? Can you handle that?
I'll try.
I know your back kind of hurts from the non-reptilian posture that you had earlier. You know.
No, I mean, it was my front. But.
Right, exactly. Or your front.
Why can't we
left.
just call them fronts?
See how Josh can't even see?
Or cones.
Can't even articulate a human body. He's like, it's the front.
I was making fun of you from last week's episode.
What did I say?
You dumbass, when you told that story about.
Oh, got it.
Oh, her fronts were
Oh,
stars.
you're trying to do a throwback from
Sure.
7 days ago.
Right.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's called continuation. Okay.
Got it, man. You really took that one home.
fucked
I'm
that
roasted, folks. I don't know how I'm going to
fucked-
recover from that one. It's called continuation. Yeah, no shit. Oh my gosh, that was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so here
That was
we
my
go.
bad. I'll take the.
Okay, here's
The
the
kids
first.
say I'll take the L on that one.
Yeah. Okay. Are you done? My gosh, I can't.
My
Everybody
God.
can't wait to move on.
Go for it.
We got places. to
We're
be.
waiting on you.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying. So okay.
Try harder.
So you have to identify one that's a truth
Sure.
or a lie. Okay.
Okay.
So the first one is I was identified as a murder suspect. Okay.
Okay.
The second one is I actually punched someone in the face and prevented a event from occurring.
So wait, one of those is pure truth and one of those is purely a lie.
Mm-hmm. So which one do you think is the truth?
The truth is that you got punched to avoid somebody else getting hurt.
No, see, you even said it wrong. I punched somebody.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, think so?
Yes.
That's a lie.
When were you identified as a murder suspect? No.
Yep.
How have I never heard this?
Some things are better said. Some things are better not said. I don't ever understand how to say that saying, man. How do you say that? Some things are better not said than said. Is that what it is?
No.
What is it?
No, it's some things are better left unsaid.
Yes, exactly. Some things are better left unsaid is what I...
Hey, some things are never left said.
Well,
Stratton Lee.
We'll delete that part. We'll edit that out so it sounds a lot cooler.
Yeah. Fix it in post.
Yeah, I now I don't sound like a murder suspect. So this is better than said. But yes, I was considered a murder suspect.
Wait, by who?
By the
Corona
only the
PD.
police can do that. By the way, it's not like you walk down the street, they're like, there he is. Like the Trader Joe's guy is like, you're the murder suspect.
I don't know, man. I've watched a lot of Law and Order. Who knows what happens?
No, so when I was in high school, I was nothing but a troublemaker.
Obviously.
And one of the things I started doing when I was in high school is what I would sneak out, like anybody would, right?
I never did.
Yeah, I never did.
See that?
Yeah, I know.
Good guy.
Yeah. Josh gets like the registration like notification, and you got to renew your car at DMV, and like he calls the local city back, am I in trouble? They're like, no, you just have to renew your registration. He's like, oh, so I'll make sure.
I'm just checking.
I just never got a notification from the DMV. It's so official. So when I was in high school, again, I used to sneak out with my friends, and I wasn't able to drive at this point, right? And so, I'd sneak out, and I lived in the hills, right, in Corona, and I'd walk down, the street, yada, yada, yada. But one night, and I think this was like 2:00 in the morning, and I still remember this, like I kind of heard a ruckus at this house.
A ruckus.
Yeah, and the ruckus, and it was enough to a point where I, by the way, when you're like at the point where the house was, right, from my house, it was like at that point where like, it was like, I have my house, there's another house, and then it was that third house down the street. So when I got to that third house, I was always worried that maybe like my parents would be awake or like coming down the stairs. We had this big, huge glass like window in our stairwell.
Oh shit!
That was like, it was like 20 feet high, and like
so you could like see down the whole street.
Yeah, it was huge. Like if you turn on the chandelier, you can see it.
Right? Was it like a arch?
Yeah, it was huge. And so like when I'd get to that third house, you can see I would run out of like concern that maybe because my dad was also like, my dad never slept normally.
Right.
I don't know what was wrong with him. He'd be like, how'd you sleep last night, Dad? He's like, what sleep?
Right.
I'd be like, okay, never mind.
Like father, like son.
Yeah, exactly. Or I'd like come downstairs and he's just like standing in the dining room, like in the dark of
polishing
night.
a knife.
Yeah, it's just so I got to that third house, and that was always my cue. I would run to my house, right? So the next day, though, we literally were coming down the street. We saw all these police cars, these ambulances, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
And something happened, and we didn't know what happened up until the point where we found out from one of our neighbors that the brother got back from jail, and he killed his twin brother.
Whoa.
Stabbed him to death. But at the time, they didn't know.
Right.
So they just said, hey, like this guy that lived in the house
killed.
got killed. And we were like, everybody was like shocked, right? So somebody, though, in the neighborhood saw me running from the house and going to my house.
Oh, shit.
So when the police started actually, like, basically detectives at that point started, asking questions in the neighborhood, someone's like, oh, yeah, like, I actually saw this guy that ran from this house and to this house up the street, which is, my house I lived at, right? And so they actually brought that person to our house. And they asked, like, they're asking this question, like, oh, who lives here, all that.
Right.
And there must have been some type of signal, but the girl, like, signaled to the detective that it was me, right? And the detective was like, we want to ask you a few questions. And I was like a minor at this point, right? So I was like, I was like, I just want to get back to Xbox Live, dude. Like the GTA game is starting. You know what I mean? Like it's free roam status, and I got to get my Ferrari, my mock Ferrari. And so no joke, the detectives actually told my parents that I was identified as a suspect running from the house.
Whoa. Dude, you've never told me a story.
Yeah, you know what's even funnier?
Not even lying.
Do you know what's even funnier?
What?
My parents were like, for sure, let's see what he's got. Like, my parents weren't even like, oh, no, that's not Stratty. Like,
They were like, never.
my dad was like, let's see what he's got. Let's ask him the questions.
Hang him upside down and shake him so
No joke.
shit falls out of his pockets.
So I had to go down to the police station. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In Corona?
Yeah.
CPD?
Mm-hmm. And CPD. That's not what they get.
What do they call him?
Corona PD.
Okay.
So, anyways, I go down to the police station.
Forever known now as CPD.
Yeah.
So,
They asked me, they're like, where were you the night of that day? I don't remember the date.
October 15th.
And I lied
You lied to the police?
because I thought I was in trouble for sneaking out.
Oh. They didn't tell you you're a murder suspect? They
No.
were just like, we need
No.
to ask you some questions.
Yeah. And so I said,
Ooh.
I was at home. And they're like, so you weren't out at all?
Right.
And I was like, no. They're like, so you didn't run from this house? And I was like, sweating, right, at this point. And then the cops were like, okay, because you were identified running from this house. And then this is when it all takes a twist. I go, look, man, just between you and me, okay? And the detective's eyes, like, peel wide open, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sweating. My voice is shaking. So I'm like, between you and me?
Right.
Like, and like, and so, like, the cop, I think at this point is thinking, oh, my gosh, this kid's about to confess. I go, please don't tell my parents. But I snuck out. And every time I get to that third house, I always bolt to make sure they're not at the window, maybe looking outside. And he was like, wait, so you were out
He's
that
like,
night?
God damn it, that's it.
Right. And I was like, yes. And then he was like, so why'd you run? And I said, okay, I was like, if you stand outside the driveway of that third house, you can see through the window. And then he was like, so you snuck out? And I was like, yes. And then they called my friends. You know what happened?
What?
My friends were like, we didn't sneak out.
No.
Because then they didn't want to get in trouble.
Of course.
And then I called them. I was like, guys, no, like, this
Please
is
tell
serious.
them.
Like, and they're like, oh. And then once they realized what was happening, they're like, oh, yeah, we snuck out. And then it sucked. You know why?
Why?
Because then we all got in trouble.
Well, how'd you get in trouble?
What do you mean? Oh, our parents were like, oh, you're sneaking
Oh, I mean
out?
your parents, but like you didn't get in trouble by the law.
No. At this point, they're like, okay.
The CPD let you go.
Yeah, the CPD let us go. But
Right.
that was hilarious because then we got in trouble. Because then my parents were like, what do you mean
Yeah.
you were sneaking out? And then I got them all in trouble.
You're like, fuck.
That was a whole thing. Yeah.
What would you guys do?
I mean, not legal stuff, for sure.
Well, like, is it not appropriate to talk about on the podcast?
No, it's not appropriate. It's just like,
You guys would go hook up in like fucking abandoned houses or some shit?
yeah, sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you're
it-
like 15. What
Sometimes
else do
it
you
would be,
do?
sometimes it would be, a house that's under construction.
Yeah.
Right, that kind of thing. The other times though, actually, so me and my friends, we were on this rage where we would just teepee and ding dong
Oh, yeah.
the shit out of houses, dude.
Yeah.
Like aggressively though.
Right.
Like we would teepee, like it should have been illegal. Like fully,
Right.
like you should be arrested for the teepee job because it looked like the house was supposed to be
The
teepee.
TP job.
Because like you would open
Yeah.
you would open the door and we would actually like basically put saran wrap in front of it, right? Like we would saran wrap the door handles like really tight so they couldn't open it.
Right,
Like
that was hilarious.
yeah, like we would super glue the door handles on their cars and the gas cap with like Gorilla Glue. We took
God.
we took inflatable foam,
No.
like expandable foam at a can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what we did was like
Was it just you? Okay, I only asked this because,
no, it was like 5 of us.
well, I mean,
We were a goon.
We're-
We were a gang.
a goon?
We were a gang.
We were goons.
We were a gang.
Did-
We were a goon.
Because, okay.
Better less said than none said.
Right. Better left not said, Stratton. That's funny because that's like the one, because you're actually really spot on about the DMV thing.
Yeah.
I'm like fucking Jiminy Cricket, like consciousness or just conscience, like personified.
Consciousness. Yeah, Josh's consciousness.
Well, we all are, dumbass.
Right.
But no, like Jiminy Cricket, you know who that is, right?
I know who Jiminy Cricket is, okay?
So
I'm from Earth, not like you, reptile.
so I have a hard time breaking the rules.
Yeah. No doubt.
Right.
I pull out my phone. Josh's like, put your phone down. You're in your car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, I know.
I know. So, but the one thing I like would do was like pranks like that. Like I fucking love mischief.
Right.
Like as a teenager, it was just the best.
Josh would love going to the grocery store and like removing like the separating bar from like two individuals on like the grocery belt.
No,
he's
that-
like, check this out. They're gonna confuse our groceries.
She's gonna get non-fat milk.
They're never gonna see this coming.
No, we would like my friend's dad would drive us around, buy us toilet paper.
That's
and,
baller.
and help us TP places.
Right, that's baller. It's usually those kids too that end up being like the worst people in the world too. They like work at CVS and drink Monsters.
No, he's not like that, which is good.
Mm.
Shout out Mark Myers. He's probably not listening to this, but
Oh, don't say their name,
why not?
because now I'm gonna look like an.
He'd be proud.
Okay, got it.
We did that.
He's like, he's proud. He's like, I work at Walgreens.
Right.
Not CVS.
Oh fuck. No,
He's like,
But it
"Actually,
was
I work at
like-
Target.
no, it was cool.
Yeah.
There's like, okay, you're gonna fucking talk shit,
Yeah, go ahead.
but in the high desert, okay,
Oh boy,
okay, you
Yeah.
with me? There's like,
I don't want to.
I know. I gotta take you there someday.
Nope.
Yeah, you're coming. My mom wants to see you, asshole.
Yes, I know. I love your mom.
Okay, so in the high desert, there's like, there's one community called Spring Valley Lake, that's like it's a man-made lake. It's like a gated community.
It's horrible.
Right?
It's horrible.
It's really nice.
It was going to be a testing facility for the next atomic bomb. Then they backed out. The U.S. government was like, screw it. Let's just
Yeah.
sell those houses.
Right.
We're like, what about the mannequins? Keep them.
No, it's like it's the classic. I mean, dude, one thing about the desert is it's like
Yeah.
pretty. There's like living in LA, you see so much economic disparity, right?
Right.
Like you see extreme wealth and you see like extreme poverty.
Right.
The nice thing about growing up in the desert was like you didn't really see that.
You just see extreme poverty.
Fuck. I walked into that. But no, it was like pretty it seemed pretty like level playing field for the most part.
Of course. Of course it is. Because all the jobs are taken at the local CVS.
Oh man.
It's too good, man. Man, where are you going with this, man?
I'm just saying, okay, Spring Valley Lake was like the nice part of town. Okay.
There's no way that's real.
It's real.
Okay, man, go ahead. Go ahead, man. Spring Valley.
So Spring Valley Lake, dude, is like it's a place if you like
I'm dying, man. So sorry. I'm so sorry for people that are listening and watching. Go ahead. Oh, man.
So if you lived in Spring
God damn, man. Come on, reset. We got to keep it together. Oh, man. Spring Valley.
So that was where a lot of people lived, okay? A lot of people I went to school with
Yeah.
lived there. And so
Yeah.
I would go there on
All
the
three?
weekends, and my homies lived there, right?
Right.
Wakeboarding, all that shit.
Yeah. Like,
So, and in like elementary school, middle school, high school, you have like enemies, right?
Right.
And so
take your food.
they catch the lizard before you do. So those people, we would like TP the fuck out of their houses.
Right.
And like,
God, that's
fuck.
hilarious.
like I would never egg people's. That was my line that I drew. I was
I
like,
loved egg.
I was like, I'm not gonna egg anyone's house.
egg for days.
But we'd like
When they didn't bring the eggs, like, what do you mean you didn't bring the fucking eggs?
you put like shaving cream, like you
Yeah.
you do.
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
Confetti,
But our-
graffiti.
my friend's dad would drive us around.
Yeah.
And it would just like escalate, right? Like one weekend you'd like
They drove an Escalade?
no, it'd escalate.
Oh, I was like, wow, that's rare that they had an Escalade out there.
no, it was lifted trucks.
It was imported.
Oh man, I really walked into walked into this trap. But it was really fun TPing people's houses. Moral of the story is my friend's dad would help us. It would escalate until you get to a point where people would call. Like we got the cops called on us a few times.
Was this the story?
I
That
was
was legit.
I was just trying to-
Not even I'm trying to.
No, come on.
No, that was a story. That wasn't a story. That wasn't a story. Do you understand
No,
what a
it's-
story is like?
Dude, I was.
You described.
You said something. I was like, same here,
You
man.
described an
called
arbitrary
bonding.
experience. It's called
called
bonding.
bonding. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't tee it up as a story next time.
I didn't tee it up as a story.
My God, please don't ever do that on a date. I wouldn't be surprised if the girl passed out right on the table. Literally, if you'd ended right there.
Yeah. Well, I forgot because we just got in the laughing
that's
Spring
right.
Valley Lake fit. So
That's
maybe I
right.
had a different point, but
Right.
it's gone now.
Yeah. The other point was that he got out.
Yeah.
He's like, I got out from the fake lake. He's like, you ever stand on the lake? You can actually stand on the water. I'm like, that's not a lake then.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, really?
It's a good lake, dude.
He's like, I dive in, I break my neck every time. You know? Oh, man, that was hilarious. Well, we do actually have one question
Okay.
from one of our listeners here.
Dedicated fans.
Dedicated fans, I should say. And this is the question that won. We're going to actually give a shout out to Krista.
Oh boy.
Krista, we'll give you a shout out to
She's probably not listening.
on Instagram. Oh, she stopped listening. She stopped listening. I don't think she listened to episode 1.
10 minutes in episode 1. She's
Yeah.
like, this is fucking stupid.
But she, her question is, hi, long time listener, first time caller. My question is, why?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why what? Why, like, I was like, why Krista what? I said noted. I was like, I can't
Right.
wait to answer this one because there's so many ways you can answer or why.
I'm sure she's like questioning why we're doing this, right?
You sure? Seems pretty straightforward.
I think so.
It's kind of like if you were in a plane and you had a parachute on and the door was open. And if you're going to jump out, it wouldn't be like, why? I'd be like, oh, you're parachuting.
Right.
Skydiving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good.
It's kind of like if you said you
Good
were
analogy, dude.
It's kind of like if you were hungry and you had a plate of food in front of you, I wouldn't be like, why? You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
Thanks for defining that.
Thanks, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought, should.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That was really good. No, I mean, I think number one, I just had this equipment, right?
Uh-huh.
So it was kind of an easy, like, we're neighbors.
Right. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Yeah, right, dude. You pitched me to move here. But that's a
Hey.
different story for a different time.
Okay, I don't know how to pitch you to move here, first of all.
He's like, Josh, will you please? I'm so lonely. Will you please move next door to me? I'm so scared. Coronavirus, Josh, please. I'm like,
Josh
okay.
is like, I never lived in a house before. He's like, what do you mean you have a door?
I was like, what is this, Spring Valley Lake? Oh, fuck, I can't even deliver that joke. Well, no. Dude, just because I think we roast each other all day. And we always say, like, man, like,
Right.
that was good. I wish someone else heard that.
Yeah. I think too also, well, I mean, beyond that too, like, I think, Josh and I have very different creative kind of outlets. And one of my creative outlets is design, branding, and, also just kind of, visuals, I would say. And so, like,
Right.
when Josh is like...
Finger
Josh-
painting.
Yeah, finger painting. Josh is like, oh, I want to start a podcast. And remember how against it I was?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't want to be the guy starting a podcast.
Right.
You
Like,
know,
fuck
like-
that.
And I do like the concept of like a platform of experiences, yada, yada, yada. But like ultimately it just started with Josh really just harassing me on the idea, but he was like, dude, come on, you know, it'd be funny.
Right.
You might enjoy it. And I was like, ah. And then it was funny because when I pitched, remember kind of my caveat, I said, okay, if we start this is how I'd want it to be. You remember how
Right.
kind of against it you were?
Yeah, there was definitely some. Well, it was funny because you came to me kind of with a concept.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Right.
I was like, I don't know.
Right.
But then we talked about it. We sparred a little bit back
Right.
and forth, and then it was like, okay, let's fucking do this.
I think it was when you saw the donuts.
Yeah, the donuts are sick.
Yeah, and it's when, because you didn't like the name Vibes
Right.
first initially. You didn't like the concept. Because I think Josh was just like, I want to put a podcast. Josh like, I want to put a podcast out there because people want to listen to me, right? And
Not
I'm like,
me, but there's a huge obvious demand for, like, I never thought podcasting would be a thing.
It's weird how popular they are.
It's crazy.
It's a phenomenon is what I would call it.
It is. Because I remember, and we're pretty much out of time, by the way, but
No.
I remember listening to, my fucking grandpa made me listen to talk radio in the car
Right.
as a child.
Right.
And I was
Wait,
like,
you had a car?
he did.
Oh, got it.
I was a child.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know they had cars out there in Lake whatever. Your home.
And I was like, this is so boring.
Right.
How does any adult like this?
Right.
Because it was so, I mean, and I was young, 10, 12.
Right.
I'm just like, fucking, this is horrible.
Sure.
But now it's like all I listen to,
Yeah, it was like 40 years ago then, eh?
basically.
Yeah.
You're just running outside in your little house.
Yeah. But I would say, Krista, that's why it's kind of for me, it's a creative kind of outlet for me to kind of create like a brand or per se,
Right.
and to really kind of creatively create cool visuals, post them, etc., and kind of to express like I don't even know how to express it, really, but it's like kind of to express like what I would want individuals to experience and hear is like
Right.
why we have this idea of a platform. Is like I would want individuals to really enjoy this experience of like, you want to go on YouTube and watch it, great.
Right.
You want to have a good laugh, great. You want to listen to it via podcast, great. You want a playlist, like I wanted just like this really curated kind of experience platform that you can tap into and indulge in what you want.
Right.
That's maybe LA based, I would say.
Well, and I think we've mentioned this before, but you and I have different strengths, right?
Right.
And different, like, creative, I think you said it really well, like, different creative outlets.
Right.
So, I can't fucking draw to save my life. Like,
Right.
stick figures, I'm like, this is pretty good, right? Like,
Right.
that's not my forte. But, like, making playlists, like, writing is, like, more my thing. So, like, I think I feel like I just kind of realized this about myself, but I'm not a solo artist.
Right.
I do really well with other people that like bring out different things
Yeah.
in me, and like I think that's why this works.
Yeah. Well,
Because-
to us.
Right.
May not work to the majority of the people who are listening to this or not
Well.
listening.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's important that it works for us.
Right. So that's it. That's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
So thanks, Krista, for that useless question. But hey, folks, we're at time. We want to make sure you can get back to your very important lives.
Washing the dishes or whatever you're doing while
Exactly.
listening to this.
Vibing well. We hope that you had a good time vibing with us. Tune in next week. We're going to have some actually more updated segments for you folks.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we'll see some content.
Submit
coming
your
down the line.
questions. We'll be keep an eye out on the Instagram.
We'll post some more questions, and I can't wait to feel super supported and positive about our viewers and listeners.
Yeah, 2020, the year of positivity.
I said guilty pleasures. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Ryan's like donuts, always donuts. And I was
Appreciate you,
like,
Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan. Yeah. But thanks, folks, for tuning in, and have yourselves a wonderful night.
Peace.